Hello, I'm John Janron, Editor-in-Chief of IPO Edge. Thrilled to be back here at Nasdaq MarketSite with our friend Zoran Milošević, who is the CEO of Meridianbet, which is part of Golden Matrix Group, which trades here on Nasdaq. Zoran, thanks for joining me.
John, thank you for having me.
So we've got some phenomenal timing this morning, Zoran, because you just reported your 2024 results. Tell us about that, and tell us about, I think there was a forecast you made too for the first quarter.
Yes, thank you, and we are very happy to release full year results for 2024. We made 151 million in revenues, 89 million in gross profit, and 22.2 million in adjusted EBITDA. Growth of the revenue was 63% comparing to 2023, and also we released Q4 results, which is actually the highest quarter we ever had, and we came to 46 million in revenues in Q4 2024. Which is a growth of over 80% comparing to the same quarter last year. And also we announced the guidance for Q1 2025, which is approximately around 45 to 46 million in revenues. So we are very optimistic about it.
All right, that's great. Let's step back if we can for just 1 second, Zoran, and tell our viewers a bit about the business. So people here in the US are, of course, very aware of this huge boom in online gaming, but it's also happening all over the world in many jurisdictions, right? So I think you're in, remind me, Zoran, how many different countries are you operating in?
Yeah, we are currently operating in 21 jurisdictions worldwide. So approximately 14 countries are B2C. So we are delivering the products to the end users, to the customers, and approximately 7 to 8 countries we are on B2B level. So that means we are supplying our technology and full franchise to other partners. Since the regulation started in US 2019, we actually have big impact of these regulations worldwide, and the jurisdictions are basically opening for the online gambling, and Golden Matrix and Meridian, as well as a part of the Golden Matrix, is catching this wave. And we are very optimistic about next 15 to 20 years when it comes to gambling, because, as I said, more and more jurisdictions are opening.
Well, speaking of new ones, I think the beginning of the year you announced that you were securing betting licenses in Brazil, and you'd previously, right before that, gotten those in South Africa and Peru. Any updates there?
Yes. Also we secured the license in Kenya, which is the third largest market in Africa, and also we started B2B business in Nigeria, which is actually #1 market in Africa. When it comes to Brazil, we secured the full license recently. We are one of approximately 30 to 40 companies which actually are licensed to operate in Brazil. We are happy with this. And Brazil has a difference when it comes to US, because they offer also federal licenses. So we got a federal license. That means that license covers the whole Brazil with 220 million people. And this is by far the largest regulated market in the world. And we started the operation from 1st of January.
Great. I think you also just announced that you've renewed a 10-year license in Serbia, your home country. Tell us why that's important to the company.
Yeah, this is actually one of our biggest markets. It's Serbia, and that's where we started. Recently there was our license was about to expire, so we had to renew it, and we were the first company that renewed a license, online license in Serbia, and we are still growing and have organic growth there.
Gotcha. You know, something I remember when I was looking at your results a couple of quarters ago was Classics for a Cause. This is an interesting business in Australia, and it's a raffle ticket style business. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, basically when it comes to Golden Matrix, it's very interesting that we are very diversified when it comes to territories and countries where we operate, many jurisdictions, and also when it comes to products. So we operate, let's say, in 4 different categories of products, covering almost every single segment when it comes to gambling. So we have sports betting, casino and raffle business, and casino aggregation business. And if you look at it, casino business is approximately 30% of the revenues, sports betting about approximately 30%, and raffle business is approximately 30%, and 7 to 10% is casino aggregation. So very nice diversification when it comes to products. And our raffle business is, currently we have 2 companies. One is in UK, called Arkings, and second is in Australia, which we acquired in June, and it's called Classics for a Cause. And to explain it on the most simple way, it's lottery style business where customers with few clicks are buying tickets, and we have a draw. Depends from period to period, but it can happen every day, every two days, 3 days, where prizes are quite huge. So Arkings, for example, is giving houses, luxury cars, and also Classics for a Cause is have similar types of awards. So these are big awards which customers can exchange for money if they like. So, and we are talking about hundreds of thousands in prizes which we are awarding every day, and those businesses are rising. For example, Classics. Arkings, which we had one full year in 2024, had an increase of 30% in revenues, and we came to 36 million in revenues. And also Classics for a Cause, because we acquired it and it's ours in H2 2024. Still, we don't have full year, but we see a rise of the revenues as well.
All right, great. Big topic for a lot of companies, AI. I remember a couple of quarters ago when you announced that you'd implemented this AI, and I think it was kind of a game chooser. It would help players, you would recommend games, and it actually worked. The numbers were showing that it was. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we are very happy with that, because we recently released, last year we started with the release of completely new technology all over our businesses and countries. And this software is actually AI ready, so that will enable us, and it's enabling us to rapidly deploy new AI functionalities.
That's great.
Because with the old ones you cannot basically rapidly deploy anything, especially not AI. And since we started the release of the new software, and it became in second part of 2024, actually we already launched 4 different AI products.
Oh, okay.
So you can imagine, just in a few months we have 4 products, which is amazing. So this technology is really proven to be very scalable. And as I said, the main purpose was a rapid deployment of AI functionalities. We have AI Casino Recommender, AI Bet Recommender, Bet Boost, and Early Payout. So these are 4 additional functionalities which are offering to our customers. And for example, for AI Casino Recommender, so it enables our customers to choose between 9,000-10,000 games, to choose fast which game is better for their preferences and which they will like to play more. We have increase in customer interaction, approximately 10%, and 9% in customer engagement. So which are excellent results in just a few months since we started. Also, when the similar situation is with Bet Recommender, so it is just recommending the whole bet to the customers. We had one very interesting situation that we had after 2 months of release. We had one customer winning over $50,000 just picking up the bet, which was recommended by AI. So
I don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah, so AI is working against the company.
Yeah.
But this is really excellent thing for when it comes to marketing of that tool. And when it comes to Bet Boost and Early Payout, Bet Boost is actually depends from customer also preferences and personal style of betting. Offers different set of prices to every individual customer.
Yeah.
And when it comes to early payout, we can actually offer to the customers possibility to pay out earlier than before the match was about to end. So they can have a earlier, but this is also personalized, so it's different for different customers. So we are trying to incentivize to get as much as possible better structure for one customer comparing to another.
That makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about demand. Are you seeing any big shifts in preferences? I know you're in so many different jurisdictions, maybe it varies from place to place. And by the way, Zoran, some people like to gamble in person, right? So you have retail shops, so it's not all online, is that right?
Yes. So what we are very happy, we are still quite big in retail. We are delivering our services into 700 betting shops worldwide. Out of them, 300 are B2C, so these are our shops which we are doing this, and 400 are B2B shops. What we are very happy with is that we also have increase in revenues when it comes to retail. So we are fighting on that level, which is quite difficult. Retail business is, of course, much harder to increase than online. What we see as a trend is that of course, because of the impact of the younger generations, is that they spend 85% of the money on online casino, 15% of sports betting. So basically, that shows us that young generations want to see outcome fast.
Yeah.
They cannot wait for several hours to finish the match and to see the outcome. And also what they're very interesting is higher prices. So fast outcome and higher prices.
Yeah.
And that is what is driving online casino business much on a higher pace than sports betting. We had 24% increase in online casino comparing to 14% in sports betting. So these are the trends, and we are trying to catch up with these trends.
Great. Let's talk about the U.S. market for a moment, if we can. Online sports betting is in the news, it seems like almost every day. It's a very, very big topic right now. And from what I understand, Zoran, it's regulated very much regionally, well, by state, right? So, but you're used to navigating different jurisdictions, right? So what's your view on that? I mean, I think I've asked you this in the past. Is it so competitive here that maybe it's not the best market for you guys, or could there be an opportunity?
It's actually when it comes to regulations, it's more or less nothing what we haven't seen at all already. Actually, when Europe is even more regulated than US in any single sense, so we don't have problem with that. What we see is very competitive is marketing spending. So marketing spending in US is mind-blowing when it comes to sports.
You see it everywhere, right?
Yeah. So this is something which is very that basically give us a guidance not to compete on B2C level currently.
Yeah.
What we want to do is, and we're doing at the end of December, we started with selling B2B services.
Yeah.
And first company which actually made the business in US is our Expand Studios games. Expand Studios, which is selling online casino games.
Yeah.
So we already have, I think, 5 clients. We are very happy with the current interest, and games are performing excellent. So we are busy on B2B level when it comes to US, and very carefully analyzing the situation, and we will probably in some period of time in the future get involved into B2C business, but this is not on the table in 2025.
That's really interesting, Zoran, because I wanted to ask you more about that. Is that a strategy across jurisdictions to try to do both B2B and B2C when you can?
Yes. Basically, we use B2B segment as an entrance for the new markets. So every single country which you see that we operate in B2C, it was actually in the past B2B. So we never entered the country if we didn't test it into B2B.
Yeah.
So B2B is the best way how to test the new markets with very low investments. When we see that regulations are okay, customers like the product, we have good partners, and the operation is proven to be profitable, then we tend in first up from second to fifth year to turn this business from B2B into B2C. Once we see that everything is okay. And also what is very specific for us, we actually deliver proper franchise when it comes to sports betting and online casino. So we are like McDonald's for gambling. So if you want to have turnkey solution, we can deliver that. Because comparing to our competitors, all our competitors in B2B segment are actually software licensing providers. So they're just providing software. And we are providing franchise as it's supposed to be. So we are giving you the part of our system, and you operate already like Meridian in every single segment of the company.
Yeah.
And that is like a pure franchise. And once we decide to turn the business into B2C, then basically acquisition goes smoothly, and you don't have any problem because you're getting into known territory and you know the company because it's built on your franchise.
Seems like a really smart approach to me, Zoran.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Do you have anything to tell investors right now? We just heard about your great results this morning, but is there anything else you'd like to tell investors about why this might be a great time to invest in the stock, and perhaps there's some things to look forward to in coming months?
Yep, we expect a lot from Brazilian market and from all other territories. Every single territory is organically growing. We will have a release of very interesting and very good products in this year. So we are very optimistic and very bullish about our company in every single segment. So.
All right, Zoran. Well, we're going to leave it there. This has been Zoran Milošević, who's CEO of Meridianbet, which is part of Golden Matrix Group, which trades right here in the Nasdaq. I'm John Janarone, CEO and Editor-in-Chief of IPO Edge, signing off.